Ms. Dobbs, you're suing the defendant, who is your ex-boyfriend, over some exotic plants that you say he has that are yours, and he's withholding them, and you want $2,500 because you say these plants were like babies to you. You grew them from seeds. Why don't you tell me about these plants?
I grew them with my ex-husband in 1986, from seed cuttings and so on. And it took me a long time, a lot of work, a lot of money, and I have thousands and thousands of them. When I divorced my ex-husband, the judge
gave you custody.
Gave me half of my plants and plants that I asked for. I have documentation here. When I divorced, I moved out. I didn't have nowhere to put my plants, so I left them there. Then on 1994, I met Randy.
That's you.
November. He convinced me to move into his house, so I moved into his house. I have documentation too. Then he convinced me to get a lawyer. We got a lawyer of his friend's lawyer. We went and got my plans from my ex-husband's house. We have to take them to court. Of course, I have documents.
Meanwhile, so now you have the plants. Where'd you put them?
So we put them at his house.
In your house?
Outside.
There came a time when you separated from the defendant.
Right.
And you took your plants, and what did you do with them?
I moved them next door neighbor. And then when one time I went to check on the plants at the neighbors. A friend of mine, her name is Irma, and he came out and said, why don't you let me take care of the plants? She's old, she cannot take care of them. And I said, well, let me talk to my husband, and even if I let you have the plants.
Which husband are we talking about?
My husband, Gary, because I got remarried. When I went to check on my plants, then he came out and asked me to take care of the plants. I said, no, I have to talk to my husband. After that, we have to, even if we agree, we have to have legal papers that saying that you're just taking care of them. And we left it at that. Then he told my friend that he didn't want the plants, he wants me, whatever. So then we left. And then when we went to pick up the plants, because I found out that he had the plants, and he just didn't want to give me my plants back.
When did you go for the plants?
I don't remember when we went for the plants.
Do you remember when
About a month and a half ago.
So we're talking about a year and a half after you separated, you came back for the plants. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he said, you can't have them.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's basically what I said. She gave me the plants.
Tell me how she gave you the plants, sir.
Ever since we broke up, we've still been talking. And my neighbors were too old to take care of the plants, and they were all dying, period. And she goes, why don't you take them? They're just going to die. Your daughter likes the plants. I taught her how to take care of them, and just take care of them. And I'll give them to you. And during that time, she'd go by and pick up the plants she wanted, some ones she just wanted to take where she was living. And I said, fine.
Did
She's
you come
always
by
come
and
by the
take up
house.
some plants?
From his house, never.
You never took any plants from his house and said because you wanted them?
No.
You have any witnesses to that?
My daughter. Amanda.
Step up here. Tell me your name.
Amanda.
Amanda. Were you ever at home with your dad when the plaintiff came and took some plants?
Yes.